Right now.
Okay, shush. First lesson is on constructing circles. It shows you a different way. It shows you actually a couple of different ways of constructing circles. I've done the constructing circles with string with my class, and let's just say that it wasn't terribly successful. So I'm actually not going to show you that today. However, if you look, you stick a pin in, you tie a string to it, you tie a string to your pencil, and then you can draw a circle that way.
Did the pin come out?
Well, that's pretty much what happened. Either the pin came out, or the pencil came out, or stuff moved around. So we're not gonna go over that one because it's not so easy to do. The easiest and best way to draw a circle is using a compass, which is one of these. Mine has a pencil in it already. It has a little bit of lead. Most of them have an attachment that you put the pencil in. When you're doing that, you need to make sure that you tighten it, because if you don't, your pencil ends up moving all over the place. Okay? And then you're not going to have a very even circle. The point of using a compass, it does a couple of things. One, by using a compass, I can draw a perfect circle. I'm trying to make it dark enough that it's going to show up on the... What makes this a perfect circle?
It's symmetrical.
What do you mean by symmetrical? You still can't really see it. So I'm going to trace it, yeah, but the tracing may not be perfectly symmetrical, but the original circle was. All right. What makes it symmetrical? Joby.
If you measure from the center point out to the side, on all parts of it, it would be the equal distance.
Yeah. There's a center of my circle. That's where the little point went. If I measure, I'm going to use the centimeters because we do metric. If I measure the radius, what's radius?
Well, the circumference.
The distance from the center to the outside?
Yeah. The distance from the center to the outside of the circle is called the radius. It is marked R, so this is R. So the radius of this circle is 1.7 centimeters. Anywhere I go in this circle, it's exactly 1.7 centimeters. Next time, remind me to zoom in before I...
You can zoom in now.
Oh, I can zoom in now.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work, but that's pretty cool. All right, let's do that. Excellent. So, yeah, that's all of that's being recorded, yes. So the radius is always the same. What else? What other parts of a circle are there? King shot. Circumference. And what's a circumference?
It's the area around the circle.
Yeah, the perimeter, the area around, or the perimeter of the circle. If you stood here and you walked all the way around, you would get the circumference. Circumference. And as I recall, that is one of your words.
Yep.
We mark that with a capital C. Okay. I'm not going to show you how to figure it out quite yet.
So is there one with the lowercase c then?
There are, but I don't remember. It's not to doing with circles.
Okay.
And I've forgotten what it is at the moment. What else? So this is capital C. Robin,
There's the diameter.
what's the diameter?
The distance across the circle of the rectangle.
So the last thing is the diameter. And we're going to pretend that I did not do that. Okay, so. Okay. The diameter, how do you figure out the diameter? I know that the radius is 1.7 centimeters. Yeah.
You times the radius by 2.
Yes. 2r. Remember when we have a variable times a number, king shot, we put it in front like this, 2r, which means what is the diameter of this particular circle? Maddie? Matt? 3.4 what?
Centimeters.
Always, always, always have the unit. Okay? So, diameter equals 2r. What does r equal? Ben?
Radius, which is 1.7 centimeters.
Okay. What does r equal in terms of a formula to figure out r? If we know the diameter, how can we figure out the radius? Kiara?
Divided by 2.
Yeah. So diameter divided by 2. Circumference. Do you guys remember pi?
No.
Have you heard of pi?
Yeah.
Pi, which is 2 lines and then a little squiggly on top of it.
Yeah.
Pi is used in determining circumference. And I'm going to pause this lesson here and put that up because that is lesson number 1. This is 8.1. Okay. Okay, how do you draw a circle with a particular radius? Warris.
You measure with a ruler or some type of measuring piece, and you measure from the center to where you would draw it.
Mm-hmm.
And if it tells you a specific diameter, you would measure that. And then
Usually it'll tell you a specific radius, and if it tells you diameter, what are you going to have to do? Joby.
Divide it by 2 before you measure.
Divide it by 2, because when you're drawing the circle, remember you're drawing from the center. Oops. This is the wrong one. From the center to the outside of the circle, which is radius. So if it gives you a diameter of 10, to draw that circle, what do I need to know?
What the
King shot.
what the radius is 2 times. Basically.
Okay,
Radius
so
times-
the radius equals diameter divided by 2, which is 10 divided by 2, which is 5. And of course we have our units, which I didn't put there. So to do this, I put a little dot in my circle. There's where my center is. I need from 0, let's do this upside down. I need from 0 to 5. So I set up my compass so that I've got a radius of 5. I put the point of my compass in the point that I made. And actually one way that's a lot easier to draw the circle rather than turning the compass around is turn your paper around. It works better when you don't have a giant book in as part of it. And there's my circle. It is a big circle. 5 centimeters is a large radius. My circle had a radius of 1.1.7. That was pretty small. This is pretty big. Remember, if you're given the diameter, you need to divide it by 2 in order to be able to draw it.
How do you know if it's the diameter or not?
It'll say D, or it'll say I'm giving you the diameter. Okay? 5 and 6 both say use a compass to draw a circle with each radius, but 7 and 8 say draw a circle with each diameter.
So it's for a diameter or a radius?
What does it say?
No, it says D.
Use string to draw a circle with a radius length of each line segment. So, oh!
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty then.